Hello and welcome to HD Auto. I'm Shubhadeep and today we've been driving the Skoda Slavia. Yes, it's the latest entrant in the mid-size sedan space. And to speak to us more about the segment, the product, and a whole lot more, we're joined by Zac Hollis, Brand Director at Skoda Auto India. Zac, thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure. Pleased to meet you again.
All right. Tell us something about the segment before we get into some details about the product itself. How do you see the mid-size sedan space in India? Not much happening in recent past. It's been receding, conceding space to SUVs.
And I think I get asked this question often. And I think if you look at the reason, you have to ask yourself, why is it receding? And it's actually not necessarily because of changing consumer tastes. It's actually because nobody's focused on it. Nobody's brought nothing new to this segment for many, many years. And people keep bringing new SUVs. And when you keep bringing new SUVs, you keep marketing them, you keep advertising them, you guys write about them, people are attracted to them, and of course the segment grows. When you bring nothing new to a segment, then it falls. So for the first time in many years, we're bringing a new car to the segment. And of course, if anybody's going to bring new life into that segment, it's Skoda. We brought the Octavia to India over 20 years ago now. We had the Laura, we had next generation Octavia, we had Superb, we had Rapid, and now of course we bring the Slavia. So I'm very confident this car will massively increase the segment by bringing people back. And one of the reasons is because it's absolutely gorgeous looking car.
All right, gorgeous looking, but what are the other elements about the Slavia that makes you confident that this car will shine not only in its own segment, but in the Indian car market overall?
Okay, so you took my first one away. It's gorgeous. I think secondly, it's a big car. I mean, this car is actually bigger than the first generation Octavia that we brought into India 20 years ago. It's pretty much the biggest car in its segment. It has the longest wheelbase in its segment, and it has a rear boot capacity of 521 litres. I mean, that's 100 litres more than an SUV. So it's a very big car, it's a very practical car, and I think that's definitely one of the USPs of the car. The next USP is TSI. We will bring modern, fuel-efficient, turbo-stratified injection engines, and of course we're competing against MPI engines in there. So we bring that 1 litre TSI engine is a fabulous car, and people have already come to love the car from the Kushaq, and I think to me that's the third reason why people should look towards to the Slavia.
Understood. Now, when we talk about sedans or for that matter hatchbacks, and definitely when we're talking about SUVs of all shapes and sizes, we talk also about the target audience. Now, sedans generally are considered for a mature audience, but what is the target audience for Skoda when it comes to the Slavia?
This is a family car. This is a big car. This is a family car. It's also a car for when you've arrived. You know, it's a stylish car, it looks good, people will look at you when you drive along the street. It's a family car, it's a good looking car, and I think we're definitely targeting young families in India, young professionals, and we're very confident. This is also a very growing part of the market in India. That's for the 1 litre TSI. For the 1.5 TSI, there is nothing to compete with that car in the segment. Even if you go to the next segment up, you still don't get the amount of torque that you get in the 1.5 TSI. 250 Newton meters of torque is absolutely outstanding, a really powerful car. And this is a driving enthusiast car. This is someone who really likes to go out to the hills, to drive up the countryside and really enjoy the car, to put it round the corners fast, the kind of thing I'm sure you were doing this morning or plan to do this afternoon. This 1.5 is a driving enthusiast car and a lot of fun to drive, but there's nothing that can compete with the 1.5 TSI Slavia out there in the market.
All right, Zac, thank you so much for taking the time out, telling us about Skoda's plans, about Slavia, and so much more. All the best with the car. Looks great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. That was Zac Hollis talking to us about Skoda's plans and the new Slavia. Please do check out our first full drive review of the car soon. For now, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching.